are down, the flaps are down, and if it were just taken off, he might even have the hook down.
Yeah, we'll see if they get creative.
42,000 pounds of thrust from the GE F-414 turbofan engines. Let's watch the power and listen to the sound of freedom from Virginia Beach, Virginia at Naval Air Station Oceana. These are the Gladiators, and this is the Dirty Roll. What's coming up next, Neon? What's he going to do?
All right, they're coming around right now. They're bringing the aircraft to about 4,500 feet on its back right about now. They're keeping it 40 degrees, nose low, staying inverted. Watch them come down to 3,500 feet. They're going aircraft upright, and they're going to pull the old Maverick maneuver and scoop it out right before they hit the ground.
We love to see this. Look at the vapor. I hope you're taking pictures. This is a perfect.
All right, they're setting up right now. They're extended 350 knots. They're going 90 degrees, bullseye nose high. They're looking for 5,000 feet, 200 knots. They're pulling full aft stick. They're targeting 8 Gs. That's 8 times force of gravity right there. Keep your eye on them. They're going to come through nose low. And then they're going to start to target some alpha as they get slow. That's the interceptive air over the relative wing. They're going to kick full right rudder, and they're going to spin the aircraft about its axis. There it goes.
This is called the flat pirouette, demonstrating some incredible maneuverability of the Hornet's new Sting. First flown in 1995, the Superhornet is the advanced version of the Hornet flown by the Blue Angels.
That's right. This aircraft is still in production to this day.
Now, as they approach from the left, Cuddles and Cotter are going to experience about 7 Gs as they demonstrate the minimum radius turn. As they get to the show center, that stick will go hard to the left, 90 degrees of back. They'll suck it back into the lap and pull as hard as they can for the Hornet minimum radius turn. They're doing the hick maneuver, right?
Oh,
hick,
yeah.
Hick. Stretching all the muscles in the lower part of the body to stay conscious. They're going to extend out to the right, and let's see if we can go live to the cockpit, see if Cotter's on there. We can talk to him, and we find out from both Cuddles and Cotter how fast they're going, because they're setting up for almost the speed of sound, right?
That's right. They're going to push it all the way right before supersonic. They'll keep the aircraft subsonic just to keep our fish alive in the water out there.
All right. Hey, Cuddles and Cotter, this is Rob Ryder. I got Neon here. You guys copy?
Hey, Rob, I got you loud and clear on me.
Loud and clear, buddy. Call some speeds for this high-speed pass. I think the people want to know how fast you're going.
You got it. We're at 45. Here's 0.9.
0.9. That's 600 miles an hour.
0.95.
Brings in the sound barrier all around the vapor of those wings.
That's pretty impressive stuff. Now, what that is, ladies and gentlemen, is it's going so fast that the air is being compressed and the moisture that's in the air becomes a visible cloud. So this is a great day for vapes, as you said. And what's coming up? What do they see next here?
Okay, they're coming down. They're targeting 350 knots, 500 feet, and they're going right back into the vertical to set up for the vertical pirouette.
This is another combat maneuver that you do that makes the Superhornet sort of unmatched in a vertical fight.
back down towards us.
Watch for the nose to come up. Shield your eyes from the sun, kids. Don't let the sun get in your eyes.
And as we just saw, I was able to maneuver the aircraft from one direction to the other. And in a dogfight, that's what you want to be able to do, to turn on your enemy quickly.
Now, earlier today, we've seen some loops, and that's a big circle in the sky. This time, though, the Rhino's going to demonstrate more of this incredible maneuverability and the flight control authority that Cuddles and Cotter have to carve a square loop in the sky. Tell us about what they're going to be doing and how they're going to be approaching it and going through this one.
That's right, Rob. They're going to be entering this maneuver at about 300 knots, and they're going to use all the powers of those GE F-414 engines to go bullseye, nose high. Each time you see them square off this loop, it's about 7.5 Gs that they have to pull in order to get a nice, sharp, square loop for you.
7.5 times the pull of gravity. At 200 pounds is 7.5 pounds. 200
check it out, and you'll see the nose just drop right down to the water. There it goes.
Jones Beach is getting real big in the windscreen right about now.
Here comes another Batesville Maverick maneuver. There you go.
Team Superhornet. Making a lot of noise, and in some air shows, when they're actually operating a little closer to the crowd, the sound is deafening. 42,000 pounds of thrust from those two F-414 engines?
That's right, it needs every bit of that when we're coming aboard the aircraft carrier. We need to have that power when we're pushing off on the catapult launch, and we're coming in for the arrested landings. We need that those big engines. So what we're going to hear now, instead of that power up that you've been hearing all day, is we're going to see a high-speed pass with the power back at idle. And we're going to call this the inverted whisper pass as it's setting up from the right.
Okay, we will back things down here.
Here we go.
From noisy to quiet, the sound of freedom to the sound of surrender.
All right, coming out of that maneuver, Rob, they're repositioning right now, and what we're going to see is another impressive feat of the Superhornet, which is our high alpha pass. They're going to be able to get their nose up to about 45 degrees nose high, maintain level flight, and just continue along the beach line at under 100 knots. And while that appears fast to some, that's actually an extremely difficult airspeed to hold in a fighter jet. They're passing about 200 knots right now, slowing it down, bringing the power back, getting the nose up, and we're going to get the speeds called out to here.
All right, guys, how slow are you going up there, guys?
Rob, we're slowing down right now. We're still showing about 150 knots. We're slowing up, though.
How many degrees of nose up or high alpha do you have?
We're only at 10 right now, but we're slowing real fast. There's 15 alpha, and we're slowing down to 120.
That's 135 miles an
That's
hour.
20 alpha, 114. That's 20 alpha. We're showing 94 knots over the ground currently.
That's about 103 miles an hour.
25 alpha, 95 knots over the ground.
Awesome. I'll tell you what, you guys, you get any slower, you're going to turn into a bag of hammers. Lieutenant Brian Cuddles McCarthy and Lieutenant Pete Cotter Fox. You guys undergo 2 grueling years of flight training to get your wings of gold. Where'd you get yours, Neon?
I picked mine up in Meridian, Mississippi. After a lot of practice at landing on the aircraft carrier.
Now he's going to get turned around and show some more maneuverability capability of the Super Hornet.
That's right, he just finished up with a pitch rate demo. He's getting set up right now for a carrier break. Something unique about our F-18s, ladies and gentlemen, is what makes it a lot different than some of the other aircraft you've seen out here today. We can operate from anywhere in the world. Put us on any one of our 11 carriers on any ocean, and we could project force from anywhere.
Now the carrier fleet, when it's in flight operations, is generally facing into the wind to get the most airflow over the deck for the landing and taking off of the aircraft. It also makes the carrier fleet most vulnerable, so they want to scoot in here quick, get set up to land. That's why they're coming through at over 350 knots, right?
That's right. We've got the carrier brake. This is the quickest way to get the aircraft back onto the carrier brake.
See the afterburner and the glow of that raw jet fuel being poured right into the exhaust.
That's right. He entered the maneuver around 450 knots. He's getting the aircraft slowed up to about 130 knot approach speed.
So he's got a decelerating turn. Now, before he does, what we're going to simulate is we're going to call the ball like the landing signal officer would do. He's got about 15 seconds once he gets lined up. It's very, 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 very challenging to be landing on a moving piece of whatever in the middle of the ocean.
That's right. We stick these planes down in a 40-foot postage stamp. That's where the hook has to be positioned in order to catch one of the 3 wires.
Trying to get for that number 3 wire. Let's see if we can go live the cockpit. We'll call it here. This will be about the time he does it.
That's right. As he rolls wings level, he'll call the ball.
Rhino, 1-1, 3/4 mile, call the ball.
And 1-1, right ball, 4.3.
Roger ball. Now, we'll see him go around. In case it doesn't, that tail hook doesn't catch the wires, even if it does, they shove the throttles forward. The pilots shove the throttles forward in case they need the power to go around and to try another landing.
Setting up right now for their photo pass. They're going to be coming zipping by from right to left, approaching the speed of sound one more time.
And that will be darn right fast. Now, the reason we don't go exceed the speed of sound is why?
Well, if we did that, we'd probably break every window in the parking lot out there, and we wouldn't want that for you guys.
And set off all the car alarms.
Yeah, definitely. We'd probably hurt some eardrums as well, so it's very important that our pilots do a really good job of keeping it below Mach 1. Here he is, from the right.